Hi, welcome to the general reading for October 1st. I want to say I am so excited for all the new viewers and subscribers that I'm getting. Thank you so much for all of the feedback that you're giving me. It's just really helpful and I really appreciate it. Before I begin, I also want to say that if you find this video and it's not in between October 1st and October 8th, 2018, that's okay. Something might have led you to this video. So go ahead and check it out to see if maybe there's a message here that you're not aware of that might help you out this week. I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys I'm using Druidcraft Tarot today, Love Activation cards. I'm using the Oracle of Visions. I'm using the Soul's Journey lesson cards. I really like that backing. And of course, my Tarot of Pagan Cats. So, and I'm going to be using this for clarifiers. Everything else I'll be using in the video. So, I'll see you guys down here with me. Alright guys, here are your piles. Number 1 is orange, number 2 is red, and number 3 is yellow. I'd like for you to kind of clear your minds if you can and focus on each stone and feel it out and see which one calls to you the most. As you're doing that, I do want to remind you that anything that you might need to know about me is going to be in the descriptions, and I will put timestamps for this reading in the comment section. All right. Okay, so if you still haven't decided, go ahead and pause the video because we're about to begin. All right. Okay, pile 1. Let's see what your cards say. Oh, you've got friendship here. Oh, this is an interesting one. Ooh. Okay. All right, so your tarot cards are the Queen of Wands. Okay, so very, very like passionate energy here, right? If you're wondering if you need to be taking action right now, now's definitely the time to take action, okay? And make sure that you are paying attention, because there might be something, you know, like this, something in the background that needs your attention there. Something about this card that is less traditional for this particular, I mean, for tarot in general, but that I always get when I get this, and I'm getting it really strongly now, is that this is kind of like, you know how when you're like a little bit overwhelmed and you have all these tasks to do, and it's like you go and you do one task, and then you find out that you have like 3 or 4 more tasks over there that just popped up while you were dealing with that. It's got that energy to it. So just, we've got the Princess of Pentacles. We've got you, at least getting some money. I mean, I understand it's the first of the month, and a lot of people get paid on the first of the month, but it feels like there's a little bit more money than just like a paycheck. It feels like there may be a bonus, or maybe like a surprise gift or something like that. But she also, you know, anything that talks about pentacles is going to be more down to earth. It's going to be more like slow paced, you know, or well paced at least, you know. And I think that you can bring the energy of the pentacles into, you know, your day-to-day bustle that you have to like get everything done and everything, so that you can just do it slowly, okay? Don't panic. You're gonna be able to get everything done that you need to get done. It's just, you got to take it slowly, and that's how it is. And then you've got the 6 of Cups. So for those of you who are in relationships, it'll be nice. Be very nice. For those of you who have kids, they're actually going to be getting together. Getting along really well, and you're not going to have to, I don't know, there's not a whole lot of issues involving kids right now, as far as like, you know, it's not like they're going to show up and they come home from school and, oh my goodness, I don't know, insulted the teacher or something. I'm just trying to make something up, okay? You know, that kind of thing. But those of you who aren't in a relationship, somebody wants to be in a relationship with you. I'm not getting that necessarily, I'm not getting whether or not you want to be in a relationship too, but there's somebody in your life that really wants to be in a relationship with you, and they will make themselves known this week. We're also getting self-love, okay? And I mean, this kind of goes without saying, but sometimes we have to hear the same thing over and over and over again before we really like figure it out. And so I kind of feel like a broken record sometimes when I tell you guys these messages, but they're just so important. Love of self is necessary to love another, okay? Yeah, you've got to really, really respect yourself. You've got to respect yourself, and like seriously, if you're putting out this many fires and you're making a little bit more money and all of that, just give yourself like, I don't know, I guess you can't give yourself a high five, but like really like acknowledge that you do so much every day. I mean, and who cares that everybody else has to do their own thing every day, you know, and we know that not everybody does a whole bunch every day, but you know, everybody's got their things that they have to get done and everything. But don't let that diminish the fact that you do get your stuff done. So every time you make an accomplishment, every single time you do anything, make sure that you're really giving yourself that positive feedback. That's like, yes, I got that done. And I'm just feeling moved to say also that for those of you who are in a really dark place right now, maybe with some clinical depression or anxiety, or you're finding that you're not as motivated, even the littlest thing is enough to just really give yourself a well done over, okay? Every little thing that you do is just amazing, okay? And know that the universe, the world loves you, and that there is so much hope for you. So I just wanted to mention that. A friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. You might be having some issues with a friend, okay? You might be like, oh, you know, like maybe these people are spreading gossip, or maybe these people are, maybe there's somebody that's like you're not getting along with very well. Maybe there's just some person on the internet that's trolling you, or you know, it could be just about anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a friend, but like a peer. Just kind of remember that, and by the way, I really don't like it when people tell me this, because I know some pretty annoying people, okay? But everybody in your life is there to teach you a lesson, okay? So whatever this person is doing, no matter how annoying or how much grief they're giving you, remember that you're learning something from them. And if anything, you know, it could just be like, boy, I really don't want to be like that. You know, it could just be something like that. So just know that you are learning from this friend. And if this is a positive relationship, oh my gosh, way to go. You've earned it, you know? Okay, so for the Oracle of Visions card, you guys have you have a lot of creative energy going on right now. And you are being watched over by some force. You know, I try not to go into religion when we talk, because I know that there's so many people from so many different kinds of religions. I really don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything. But for this particular card, you know, it's like we've got an angel watching over this baby, right? And we know that in the creative process, as we give birth to a new idea, you know, there's going to be some pains, there's going to be some joy and some pains, and finally, you know, after all of this work that we put into this and all of the nurture we put into it, all of a sudden we've got this perfect thing. We've got this perfect creation that we've done ourselves. And so I feel like this is creative endeavor that you're channeling some kind of help from either ancestors, people who've passed, maybe guardian angels, spirit. Fill that in with what you feel guides you, and that's at work here, okay? And this is also here to say, you know, make sure that you realize that when you have an idea, it's going to be perfect in your head, because in your head, things are ideal, okay? But when you bring things into the world, because the world is imperfect, we can never bring the most perfect thing into the world that way, okay? It's gonna have to fall from heaven basically and end up a little bit imperfect, right? So those of you who are doing creative endeavor, maybe you're writing a song or painting or writing a book or decorating or just whatever it is, planning for a wedding, you guys know that it's okay if it's not perfect. You know, that's part of being in the world, okay? And then for some of you guys, there's also either you're expecting a baby or you might be having a baby soon, so kind of keep that in mind too. I don't think that that's for a whole lot of you, but I do feel like that's for like one or two. The number that's associated with this is 12. And I'm feeling really strongly that this is like December. So whenever, like whatever your creative endeavor is, and I understand this is for just a week, you know, this is for October 1st through October 8th, right? But whatever you're creating right now, by December, it's going to be in the physical realm. I mean, you're gonna know it's there, that kind of thing. So just kind of keep that in mind. This seems pretty straightforward. I don't feel like this needs to be cleared. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just stumbling on this word. I don't feel like there needs to be any more clarity brought to the situation. But yeah, I mean, this looks really good. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it looks like, yeah, it looks like just, you know, the daily grind, that kind of stuff. But there's nothing negative here, you know. I mean, unless you know, you've got some peer in your life that's causing you a little bit of grief, you know. But again, you've got self-love, you've got, you know, just completing tasks, taking action if you are wondering whether or not you should do something. You've got the Princess of Pentacles bringing a little bit more money. Six of Cups telling you family life's really, really balanced, or somebody likes you a lot. And then you've got this new beginning, this like creative energy. So like really, I mean, that's great. You guys are gonna be fine this week. Alrighty. Hi, group 2. Let's see what you have. You've got discipline. This interesting card. Okay, you've got action, and let's go ahead and see. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so you've got you guys are going to be in a situation where you're going to have to take action this week, okay? There's going to be something you're going to have to do. And this is reinforced by the action card, okay? And this card is telling you that there's something that you're going to be needing to do. If you've been holding off on doing something, it's going to happen this week. So get ready and know that you've got to do it. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just get whatever needs to be taken care of, get it done, because now's the right time. And this is showing that, you know, you might be struggling with this. Really look into your heart for what you feel, okay? This isn't a decision that can just be made with your mind. You've got to really look into your heart and figure out what do you feel is the best for yourself, okay? And as long as you take care of yourself, then everybody else is going to be taken care of in this, okay? This is a time where you can be selfish, okay? So just know that right now you've just got to look into your heart to figure out what's right, what's best to do. And with the Eight of Cups, there's like a retreat here, okay? And I don't feel like for you guys in this situation, I feel like I don't feel like this is a situation where you're going to have to leave a situation or anything like that. I feel like this is kind of like a retreat, like kind of like the Hermit card, but not as strong. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the Hermit card, it's like withdrawing from society so that you can kind of think real hard about something. I mean, it could be literally going out in nature and just being away from the hustle and bustle of a city. But the way that it's coming through for me is that it's more about like meditation, intuition. It feels very like, reflective. And I don't think this is something where you've got to leave a situation. I don't feel like that's, I mean, at least I don't feel like that's what's going on for most of you guys. It just feels more like it's just, you guys need to take a break. There just needs to be a break taken. And again, making that decision. And yeah, let me go ahead and read the words on this. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. Okay, action. And again, like I said, the unique colors of your soul. This is something that you've got to make with your heart. I mean, yeah, you've got your head in it too, but it's almost like you've already thought through everything that you can think through for this. When you take action, do it through your heart. And oh my goodness, you guys. Let's get to this one last. Okay, and then discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Okay, so, you know, don't get discouraged, okay? You guys are fine. People have trouble, you know, with getting everything done from day to day all the time, okay? You should have seen my laundry basket earlier today, okay? Seriously, it's not pretty. So, I mean, you know, just really, you know, you don't have to get onto yourself too much, but yeah, get onto yourself to, you know, to get some things done that you need to get done and all of that kind of stuff. Just make sure that it's authentic and it's what you're supposed to do, okay? Because if you're sitting there and you've got the flu and you're looking at everything piling up this week, and you're like, oh God, I have to be disciplined and I have to accomplish things and everything. No, you stay in bed. The discipline is to stay in bed. But I mean, for those of you who might be letting like daily tasks slip a little bit, you know, just kind of know that Spirit's letting you guys know that you can, you know, now's the time to kind of, you know, kick it up a notch there. Okay, so let's talk about this card. All right. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and cover something up here. So obviously this is a card of temptation, right? And this can also mean overindulgence. This is some fiery passion, guys. I mean, really, really fiery. And I mean, in case it's not clear, very, very sexual. Okay. For the very few people that are watching this, that it's not talking about sexual temptation. This could indicate like a kind of like you can't go on a straight path. You have to kind of take some shortcuts and then go the long way around, you know, that kind of thing. In a situation this week. And it can also speak to like having issues with overindulgence. So kind of keep a check on that. But mostly this is going to be sexual temptation. Just make sure that you are I mean, all I can really say is just be careful, you know, because this is a situation that it doesn't feel as much like pure love. It feels more like just pure lust, that kind of thing. And I'm so sorry if that doesn't resonate with you. Another thing, it could be knowledge. It could be that you're learning something new, but I mean, that is a huge stretch, okay? Just look at this card. I mean, you guys don't need me to interpret this, okay? The number for this is 29 in case that means something for you. Let me go ahead and draw some cards here to clarify this because, yeah, looks like, yeah. Oh, that one flipped over. Oh, two of them did. Let's see here. And then, how about one more, please? One more card? Yeah. Oh, this one feels right. Sometimes it feels right. Okay, yeah. This makes sense. The Queen of Cups says, you know, make sure that all of the emotional like boundaries that you need to be there are there before giving into this. This is going to be something that's going to feel really new to you. And so this this is a situation that you're not expecting, and it's like kind of come out of nowhere, and it's like, oh no, what do I do? That kind of thing. You're going to want to take really decisive action. But remember whether, because I don't know the situation. This is general, okay? I can get into the particulars if I was giving you a private reading. But since this is for general, the best that I can really say is that when you make a decision about this, it needs to be very decisive. And I would recommend making sure that the boundaries that you need for the emotions involved are right there, okay? And then we've got the Strength card. I think that the Strength card speaks to both the people who might be going through some sexual temptation, as well as the people who might be going through problems with overindulgence. And that is just use gentle force to help back away from this, because I don't feel like you're gonna get like really hurt or anything, and this could be what they're telling you to take action about over here, okay? But it just feels like, it just feels so fiery and dynamic and passionate and all of that stuff that it almost makes me feel a little anxious, just because it's so, you guys, I'm feeling this inside, okay? And it's kind of weird, alrighty? And you guys, seriously, it just feels so charged. So just make sure that you keep your head about you. but also, set any kind of emotional boundaries that you do need to set, okay? So yeah, looks like a pretty interesting week you guys have coming up. All right, hi number 3. Hi, those who picked the yellow one. All right, so, we've got loneliness. This is an interesting one. Ooh, I love this one. Okay, cooperation, and let's see here. Okay, the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Okay, so the 10 of Swords, you're done worrying about a problem. It's like, boom, it's done. You don't have to worry anymore about this, okay? So, remember, once you make the decision, okay, the Queen of Wands, she's made a decision. It might be kind of cold. It might be kind of like, I got to do this for myself. Or it might be kind of like, I guess the Queen of Swords isn't the most compassionate person, right? But she's got her thoughts together. She's clear thinking, okay? And just a piece of trivia, it's clairsentience is literally means clear thinking, but it's when a person experiences knowledge from beyond, like paranormal, intuitive knowledge that they can't really explain where it came from. I feel like I just need to tell you that. The Queen of Swords, she might not be the most compassionate person in the world, but she gets stuff done, and she gets it done, and she knows not to let her thoughts rule her. You know how some people, their heart rules them, and they just kind of go crazy, and they're just so emotional and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just letting you know, I might be one of those people, so I'm not cutting anybody down. I just want to say, if that air conditioning sound is bothering any of you guys, I am so sorry. I'll remember to turn it off for my next video. But any of you guys, you guys, this shows that you're going to have an end to your worries, okay? I know the 10 of Swords, gosh, it looks so, just looks so like scary, but it just means it's over, it's done with. And it's almost like an overkill situation. Like, not only have you slayed the dragon once, you've like slayed it 500 times, so you're good. The 8 of Wands, in this deck for me, it just feels like, somebody's just kind of like planning, well, what are we going to do next? What am I going to do next? And they're like kind of just throwing out seeds into the wind and just letting them fall wherever they may go. And it's kind of a beautiful, kind of carefree feeling. Like, okay, well, I'll try this and I'll try that. And now, it's like, oh, maybe I could, get a cat, or maybe I could start that new book, or maybe I could go to this class, or maybe I could start going to church, or maybe I can go back to school, or that kind of thing. It's like it's just throwing out all of these different intentions. Maybe I could run my business in a different way, and I'll make more money, or I'll be happier. Or, maybe I should sleep in an extra hour. That kind of thing. So really plant those seeds, like plant more, plant more than's comfortable, so that you'll have like so many different potential opportunities sprouting up around you, okay? Cooperation. In this week, there's going to be a situation where you're going to have to work with other people. And if you're the kind of person that doesn't really like working with others, just know just know that you've got to kind of pick your battles and that kind of thing. I'm not getting that. I mean, I'm only getting that it might be kind of hard to cooperate with this person or this group, only because you guys are just so different. And it's just, you've got to just give a little and take a little, just where it's appropriate. So just remember to bring more love into that situation. And it says loneliness, but at the same time it says, I know I'm never alone, okay? You've always got, no matter what you believe in, you've always got yourself with you, okay? And that is really powerful. People who can sit alone with their thoughts have so much mastery. And so understand that when you're conscious, you have yourself with you, okay? And then also know that you've got some divine guidance. You've got some, either you've got something going on with someone from beyond, like someone who passed over, your ancestors, angels, guides, that kind of thing. You're being watched over. And it's really interesting that this comes up for you guys. I mean, this must be going on in the world, because this also came up for another group that I read for previously. So this must be like something that's kind of a global event thing that's going on. I've just noticed that sometimes it'll just, same thing will just come over and over and over. And it's like, okay, well, what's the deal? And what it is it's just a lot of energy is being put into one or two areas, and that's what this stuff's about. Okay, so I love this. Okay, you've got like this little monkey rating Shakespeare, right? I love this card. I think it's great. The number for this card is 7, in case that matters to you. This is kind of like I'm sorry, I just really love this card. Okay, I just think it's really cool. What this card means is to just think about how improbable some of the things in your life are. Just how ridiculous it is that all of these different situations had to happen in order for you to be at the place where you are now. I mean, it's ridiculous how many coincidences need to happen. And it's like that, and the world is supposed to be like that. It's almost like a law that your life is going to have these just really neat coincidences, these really neat synchronicities, and this card's just calling for you to recognize it. And if you are like, well, I haven't really had a moment like that recently, then it's just calling for you to be aware, okay? Just be aware. And you'll find some, okay? And as you find them, I don't know, I can say what I think about them, but it's going to vary from person to person, okay? But for me, it just feels, when that happens, like I am in the right place. This is exactly what I need to do, and so just know that when you are experiencing these coincidences, this serendipity, what that evokes inside of you, that kind of, it might be a feeling of like, oh, everything's perfect, or it might be a different kind of feeling, whatever that evokes in you is going to be a kind of like spooky type feeling, kind of like deja vu, kind of like that kind of thing. And just know that, that's your soul telling you, ooh, pay attention. Alrighty. So This doesn't seem like it needs any clarification at all, guys. This looks great. Except for having to, you know, maybe take a deep breath to cooperate with somebody. I mean, this looks like you guys are doing it. You guys are really, really bringing things this week. So, looks like you guys are good.